Good afternoon. It is 12:43. It is January 13th, and it is a quite warm, I guess, 45 degrees out. We are here with Mr. Ryan. How are you, Mr. Ryan?
I'm good. Thank you guys for having me. It's very, very exciting. It's a very good setup you got here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's very professional.
I painted it. I did. Me and Mr. Plana, not her. They skipped school.
No, I didn't mean to.
Kelly didn't help.
No,
I actually did that back corner.
Yeah, right, like, you know.
I did the edges.
So Kelly didn't help.
A square foot.
Is what I'm getting. Kelly didn't help.
Yeah,
Well,
she didn't do much.
Those are the 2 days I missed. But not on purpose. By
It was
accident.
coincidence. She missed
Coincidence, we knew we were painting the wall.
the
and
painting days.
I was
her
actually
and Elena
excited for the
both
painting.
Skipped. Both days. Both days.
It's not like you, Kelly. I wouldn't expect
She
that.
came in with 15 minutes left on the block one of the days.
Right as you were cleaning up all the paint. And
No, that's when I did the edges in the corner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that wall, down there. Yeah.
It's a good setup. I like it.
It is. It was weird. It was way different. All these little like cube things taped on the wall. Soundproof, I think.
I've been
Yeah.
back here a couple times, but like never in this area. I've never seen it like this, so that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
It was like it literally looked like a storage room before this.
It was.
I think it was. I don't know what it was, though.
And you guys had Mr. Plano just fixed it up.
Who came with the idea of the podcast? Mr. Plano?
I think he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
We wanted to like switch the room.
He's the ideas guy. He's got good
Mhm.
ideas.
Yeah.
And
Our
one day we just painted it.
So, our first question, you do want to ask? The
Go
one?
ahead.
Okay, well, what is the Secret Pineapple Society?
The Secret Pineapple Society. Wow. I should probably ask Mr. Plano if I can tell people about that.
No, he said it's okay.
He said it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. The Secret Pineapple Society. It's a select group of people. Some people kind of stumbled upon it, I believe. It's an entrance to the Grove. Do you know about the Grove?
In Shrewsbury?
Not the Grove in Shrewsbury. It's just the Grove, like, in the Metaverse.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you're familiar with the Metaverse.
You serious?
Mr. Plano hasn't told you about the Metaverse in class?
I know the Metaverse.
You know a
No,
little bit
I
about
have no
the Metaverse.
idea.
I-
What
I-
is a metaverse?
The Metaverse. Jeez, how do you explain the Metaverse?
I don't know.
The Metaverse is like its own world. Its own digital world.
Oh, it's digital?
It's digital.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about the Grove in Shrewsbury, but
No.
That's why I was like, wait.
very different Grove that not everyone is going to own property in. Not everyone is going to be a member of the community. So you have to be a member of the Secret Pineapple Society in order to get in the Grove.
Does everyone know who's in it? Like, do you know all the members in it?
I know a couple members, but I don't know everybody.
Is it like, did you guys make this up? Or was it always called this?
I don't think it was always in existence. We didn't make it up, but we're just members now. We've earned our way in. We've studied and researched and completed the necessary tasks in order to become members of the...
Did you hear of it from him?
Pineapple Society.
Did I hear from it from Mr. Plano? I think I did. I think I learned it from Mr. Plano. He's very well versed in all that stuff.
Yeah.
I guess you have to ask the right questions to him. But you guys got a couple weeks left, so make sure you ask those questions.
Are other
More-
people
more.
from the school in it?
Are other people in this school in it? It's another great question. I know of one other person that is definitely in. Possibly a couple others that are considering gaining membership. But you can ask Coach Terleski about it too. Coach Terleski has an advanced knowledge of the Metaverse and the Grove, and he's in the society as well.
It's prestigious.
Yeah.
It's prestigious. It's
society.
prestigious, but you can do the necessary work. You can research. You can get in. But yeah, it's elite. It's elite.
Wow.
That's pretty sick.
That is interesting. I've never heard of that.
I can't believe you've never heard of the Metaverse.
I think
Uh-uh,
it's up
I
and
haven't.
coming
It
for
is.
sure.
Is this like, would someone in another state know what this is?
Sure, another state, another country,
I've never heard of
Anywhere.
this.
hypothetically another universe, Another planet? I don't know. I assume that like
Is it like a website?
it could be. I guess that
I'm
could
like
be part
so
of it.
confused.
I mean, there's
Can look it up. You'll know what it is if you look it up after this.
Yeah.
You'll know what it is.
do some research.
Okay, well.
The Metaverse.
Again, I don't know how much I can tell you about the secret Pineapple Society, so try to keep it as vague as possible. But I want you to be curious because maybe you can gain membership at some point.
Can you make money?
You might be able to make money.
Oh yeah.
You might be able
Very
to
Money making.
create a living for yourself.
Money making society. That's what you be.
I don't
You're
know.
so confused.
The
I'm
Metaverse.
so
Come on.
confused. When you
Alright.
guys are talking, I'm like picturing like a Sims game.
A Sims
I mean,
game.
maybe, that's probably a good way to think about it. But
So
I
it
don't
is.
know if
Just-
anyone knows how to picture it.
Just
My definition might just be not even what the metaverse is. Maybe my understanding of the metaverse is completely different
Than what it
than
actually-
even Mr. Polano's.
yeah.
True.
Could be
I don't
different
know.
for everybody.
Who's to know? Who's to say?
All right. Let's switch topics a little bit.
It's probably about that time.
What high school and like what college did you go to?
Okay, so I went to Point Pleasant Borough High School, and then I went to James Madison University.
Oh.
I went there right out of high school, and then I went there for a year. And then when I kind of decided that I want to switch gears to becoming a teacher, then I went to Kane University in North Jersey.
Okay. Did you? Well, I know you did, but I'm just gonna ask anyway. Did you play any sports in high school?
I did. I played sports in high school. I played basketball and I played baseball.
Oh, baseball.
Baseball.
I didn't know that.
I did, yeah. So,
I wasn't
Any
about
in
the
college?
basketball.
yes. Yeah, so in high school I played, basketball. And then since I've been coaching lacrosse here, so I guess probably not as many people know that I played baseball growing up and in high school. But no, I didn't play any sports in college. Nothing like too serious.
Did you play like they have like club sports? Or
Yeah,
whatever?
so like there's different levels to like the college athletics. Like a lot of people do intramural sports,
Yeah.
and that's like you play with like other kids in your dorm or other kids at the school, which is cool. That's a lot of fun too, and it's like as serious or as fun as you want to make it.
Yeah.
And then a lot of schools they have like club teams too, where again it's not like the varsity team where you're practicing every day and you have study halls and you have other workouts you have to get to. Like the club sports, it's cool. Like it's mostly student run, and you can practice like a couple times a week, and then you can go travel to play other colleges too. They have like little tournaments they set up, so that's pretty cool too on a more like serious level than the intramural, just like in your own college. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of different options, which is cool.
That's cool. That's fun. What did you major in? Like your first year, and then did you like before you switched?
Yeah, so when I went to college, I really had no idea what I wanted to do. When I was in high school, I never would have thought in a million years that I'd become a teacher. I don't know. It was like never something that I thought of. Like my mom's a teacher, and a lot of people in my family are teachers. So when I went to college, I originally majored in just like general business. And I just remember like I didn't really like it. I like wasn't super interested in it. I was in the school I went to, JMU, is a pretty big school, so
Yeah.
some of my classes had like 200 people in it, in like a lecture hall, kind of like an auditorium kind of thing. And I realized like that type of learning wasn't for me. And on top of like the topic I wasn't really interested in. So I knew I probably would do better at a smaller school, and I knew I wanted to study something else. So I guess after I started taking business classes, I really started to think about something that I would enjoy doing and something that I'd be interested in learning about. And I always liked going to school all throughout middle school and high school. I had a great learning experience, and my mom loves being a teacher too, so I knew that would be something that I would enjoy doing.
Yeah.
So I think it was a good switch to make.
Did you major in like an English thing or like any specific type of teaching?
Yeah, so then when I decided to switch to teaching, I did special education and I did English. So English literature. So I knew I wanted to be a teacher at that point, but I wasn't sure what type of teacher.
Yeah.
So it just so happened that I always did well in English. I always enjoyed like being able to apply what's going on in the books to real life. So I thought that would be something that I would enjoy doing. So yeah, so English and special education.
Was it like or how did you know like you wanted to like switch your major and like go to a smaller school? Like, how did you like?
I know. It's like, how do you know?
Yeah.
Again, like I was in high school and I'm like the oldest of my family, so I have 2 younger brothers. So I didn't really know like what kind of school I wanted to go to. Like, I don't know. I visited a bunch of schools and I really liked JMU and I thought it was just like a good homey type of place. And it was a great place. And I think a lot of people do really well there and people excel there. But I knew that like my learning experience was different than when I was in high school because I enjoyed learning. I enjoyed being in school. So I guess that was part of the reason why I decided, and I thought that I was like, all right, I want to do something that makes me happy and that I would enjoy doing every day.
Yeah.
Because when you're like 22 coming out of college, it's like you're working for the next like 30, 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
You know, it's a long time. So I thought one of the most important things was to do something that I'd be happy doing.
Yeah.
So I think that was like the biggest deciding factor for me. And I'm glad I made that choice because I even have friends who like they work in cubicles or they work in offices and they say it's so boring. They're like, I can't believe how boring it is because they can go a couple days like without like really doing anything. They'll say it's so boring. I hate going to work.
It's like my worst nightmare working in
Yeah.
a cubicle.
That's scary.
Awful.
That's a scary thing to be like, I hate going to work every day.
Yeah.
And it's where I'm at for
Terrible.
8 hours a day. And I would say like I love going to work. It's like something a little different every day. I was like the worst part of my job is like I don't know, like some kid like saying something silly in class or I don't know. Like if that's the worst part of your day, I think you're doing pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Was it hard when you transferred because like with like the friends you already made and like was it hard to like become a second year?
Yeah, so yeah, it's definitely different because it's like such like a big like point of emphasis like when you're a freshman, you live in the dorms with all the other new freshmen. So it's like everyone's kind of in the same spot, like trying to make friends and just trying to like find their way and figure out where they fit in. So like that part was definitely hard because that's like I don't know, definitely a tough thing to do. And then when I switched schools, I did know a couple people that went there, so I was like able to like meet new people and still like keep the same friendships that I previously had too.
Yeah.
So the transition wasn't as bad. I think that's like a lot of people think that it's like really hard to transfer and like find new friends, but there's more people than you know are in the same type of boat you are.
Yeah.
So it's usually not as bad as you like make it out to be in your head.
Yeah.
Which is good. So
That's good.
Did you get a job right out of college, like as a teacher right away, or did it take like time?
no, so I student taught in Lakewood High School, and then I was done there in May, and then I finished the year working in a position in Lakewood High School, and then like right at the end of that year is when I got my job working in Ocean at TOIS.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so my first
I
job
forgot.
was with Morgan Bartlett, 8th grade at
That was your first
the middle
year?
school. That was my first year teaching.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that was my first year. So yeah, so right out of college, I was done in May of that year. I graduated, and I finished my student teaching experience, and then in September is when I started at Ocean.
Oh, you jumped right on board.
I know.
Yeah.
I got very lucky. So originally I was supposed to be like a maternity replacement.
Okay.
Because it's so hard to get a job without any experience, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that was like a good in. That was supposed to be just like a 1-year thing in Ocean. And then I guess the woman who was out on maternity leave, she decided that she was going to stay home with her kids. So I was able to kind of just stay in that position. And so I got very lucky.
And then how do you transition from middle school to high school?
Yeah, so I did 4 years at TOIS, and then that summer after my 4th year was when TOIS, so what grade would you have been in? 6th grade? 7th grade?
When Morgan was there?
When Morgan was a senior. So Morgan's...
Oh, I was a freshman when she was a senior.
So
that's right. So I was in TOIS with you guys as 8th graders.
Yeah.
And then I came here with you.
Oh, yeah.
So then the year that you came to be freshman, they did block scheduling in the middle school.
Oh yeah.
So that
I
was like
forgot
the
they
big switch.
Oh my god.
So I think just like with that switch, and I think there was someone from the English department in the high school who left. So I was like probably the lowest person on the totem pole at that point. So I was probably like the person they switched over to the high school. So I mean, I was very comfortable in the middle school, but I was like I coach at the high school, and
Yeah.
I had every kid who was in the high school already, so I think it was like a very natural switch for me, and
Yeah.
I was very happy to make it. I'm very happy at the high school. It was a good switch for me too.
Yeah. I think I would rather work in a high school than a middle school.
I don't know. I mean, it's just like a weird. I don't know how to like word this. Like a weird time to like teach certain kids. It's just be a pain, I guess.
Yeah, it's
Because the
middle school's
younger-
tough. You know how middle schoolers
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Like how you probably.
yeah, oh, 100%. Oh, my God. A little fucking pain. You know? Oh, my God.
No, you know middle school. It's just like everyone's like trying to like figure out like
What they are.
who they're going to be. And it's
Yeah.
like they're testing limits a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah. I've
So
been there.
I'm
Definitely been
I'm
there.
very happy that I taught middle school first. I think I had to really learn how to be a teacher and manage my classroom properly, especially with the way middle school students tend to
Yeah.
act. And then when I came to the high school, it's like my first year I taught seniors. I taught senior English. So a lot of kids like at that point kind of figure it out. Right? There's still a lot of like self-discovery you're doing at that point, but
Yeah.
they figure out they're like, all right, I'm not going to act like an idiot in class.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm kind of past that point. Like,
Be here, get the work done.
yeah. So I think a lot of people had that attitude. So I noticed like I didn't have to baby anyone as much as
Oh, yeah.
as I would a middle schooler.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like it's not too super different, you know,
No, it's still, I guess, technically the same job, just
Yeah.
different crowd.
for sure.
And then, so right when you got the job at the middle school, were you already coaching then? Like, did you coach the high school your first year too?
No, so when I first started teaching in Ocean, I wasn't coaching anything at Ocean at that point. I coached actually at Point Borough in the middle school. I coached their basketball team the year prior, like while I was student teaching and finishing up with college. But no, so my whole first year I didn't coach anything in Ocean. And then my second year I was still teaching in the middle school. And I just happened to be sitting with Coach Terleski at one of the district-wide meetings. So I asked him if he needed any help coaching the basketball team, and it was just like by happen chance we were sitting next to each other. So it worked out really well that I got to start helping out in like a small capacity, and then
Yeah.
gained more and more responsibility over the years. So
Wait, are you the assistant coach for the varsity basketball?
yeah, so now I coach. I'm the freshman basketball coach. And then like all the freshmen and the JV coach were all the assistants for the varsity games too.
Yeah.
So it's good. You get to do like coach the one team,
Yeah.
and then you're on the bench as the assistant for the varsity game too.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
And then you also coach lacrosse.
I do. I coach lacrosse. So I started doing that my second year too. So I coach the JV lacrosse team, which
That's
is fun
fun.
too.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Fun. So, like, you didn't play lacrosse. Did you play lacrosse, like, at all during your, like, childhood?
Never. I never played lacrosse. Even like in my high school, we didn't have lacrosse when I was there. I think at Point Borough they probably got lacrosse in like 2012, 2013,
Oh, wow.
something like that. Yeah. So, and Ocean hasn't had it much longer. They probably got it in like 07, 08, something like that. So like they caught on to it a little bit quicker. But that was like never even like a question. Like I never knew anyone who played lacrosse. I never knew anyone who was like exploring that like in another school or anything. So when I started teaching here, I know it was Mr. Towns, Coach Towns. I don't know if you guys.
yeah,
probably
I knew him.
You did. You knew him.
Yeah.
And then Coach Del Pesca from the middle school. And I know just from talking with those guys and meeting those guys, they said, oh, you should start helping out with lacrosse. You should learn it. It's a cool game. And it has a lot of similarities to like soccer or
Yeah.
to basketball, just in like the movements and the way you defend and just like the fast-paced nature. So, yeah, that was something I picked up and I learned, and it's definitely a different type of game. So it took me a little while to pick it up, but I guess now this year will be my 7th year coaching lacrosse.
Wow.
So which is kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, so that's kind of how that happened too, which is cool.
That is.
cool.
So, yeah, Mr. Towns he was a swim coach too. And
That's right.
he was like the summer camp director at Allenhurst.
Right.
So that's how I knew
I was
him.
gonna say everyone probably knew him from
Yeah.
the beach. After you mentioned that, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who he is.
He was also a math teacher. He was a math
What
teacher.
grade?
I have no idea.
He was
Geometry?
no, he was like the AP crazy math.
Yeah,
calc.
he was.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He was like a genius. But I think he probably left when you were in 8th grade. That's probably when he left.
I remember when I was going in, he wasn't gonna be there anymore.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have known him anyway. Right. I mean, not like I'm taking
Yeah, I was
AP
saying-
Calc or some crazy class. No, not a fan of math to say the least.
Yeah, I guess you're either like a math person or more of an English
Yeah, I
type
feel
person.
like it's like math and science and like English and history. Like,
Right.
Kind of
Mm-hmm.
especially with the science classes, like the higher you get, and it's essentially just another math class
exactly.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's tough.
I had unfortunately my freshman and my sophomore year, I had science and math back to back. My freshman year, which was it, biology?
That was
Yeah,
biology.
freshman
It
year.
was like I started to like realize like the same thing. I was like it wasn't as much math, but I'm like, why am I doing so much?
Yeah, what's
math?
going
This
on
is
here?
Science. Then I got to was it chemistry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, this
Little bit more.
This is like it's math.
It is.
Yeah,
It's all math.
I think I was the
It's
same
all
way.
math.
I remember in high school I got to like chemistry. I was like, all right, this is like they're starting to lose me here.
My brain was like dead. I had math before. Then I'd go into chem, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I'm done at this point.
terrible. When the semester ended, I was like, I'm so happy to be
Yeah,
out
you
here.
needed
I
that.
had them both first semester, so sure as you can imagine, my second semester. What usually is my second semester is so much easier. This year, my God, math and English second semester.
That's this year.
Yeah.
Second. That'll keep you engaged.
Yeah, it will.
End of
because
senior year.
Oh yeah, without it, I would be
I know you'd be
floating away.
in the tank.
I'd be gone.
That's like
100%.
natural. So it's good
Yeah.
you have like a backloaded senior
Yeah, it
year.
is. It is. Now that I actually think about it, it probably would have been bad if I had this
Yeah,
schedule
for sure.
next.
I mean, in May you'll be like, oh, I wish I had my first semester schedule right now.
Yeah, 100%.
But it'll be good. It'll keep you going through the end of the year.
Oh yeah, make me not want to miss school. Is that
Yeah.
that's gonna suck.
Yeah, once it starts getting nice
I
out.
already know I'm going to college. It's 70 degrees out.
Where are you going?
I don't know yet.
Oh,
but, like,
at
you're
that
saying
point,
you'll
know.
know.
yeah, at that point I'll know.
I thought you meant right now. I know where I'm going. Like I'm done.
Oh no.
So we didn't even get to
God,
exams
I couldn't
yet.
Imagine. Should
Yeah.
know in the next probably I'm guessing March.
Where do you want to go? Have you narrowed it down?
Yeah, I've narrowed it down to 3: Penn State, Michigan State, and South Carolina.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's like I got to see South Carolina though. 'Cause I like the school. I've
Yeah.
been on like virtual tours.
Yeah.
But like it's so different than Penn State, Michigan State.
Definitely.
Massive campuses.
Yeah.
South Carolina's like smallish campus, not small, but like it's also around like a city.
Yeah, that's a city. Like
Yeah.
Penn State
Yeah.
is like its own
Middle of nowhere.
its own
Middle of
little
nowhere.
town. Like without the college, it
It's nothing.
wouldn't really be
Open
a town.
fields.
Yeah.
I mean, town's literally state university. Like, that is insane.
Right, which is awesome.
Yeah, I just
But
gotta,
you have good options then.
yeah, I
So you knew
do,
you
I
wanted to go
do.
to like a bigger school.
Yeah, I definitely. It's always been kind of my thing. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's awesome.
I think I'll enjoy it, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see.
Have
That's
you
awesome.
visited both Michigan and
I've
Penn
not.
State?
I'm going to Michigan. I think in 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've seen Penn State. I've not seen South Carolina in person, but I'm gonna definitely get to do that. I don't know. Like even they're just different. It's all different.
It's all different. You got to figure out what you like and what you
Like
need.
at this point, I'm just kind of like, all right, can I like academically like keep up to par with
Yeah.
the schools, which I think I can.
Yeah.
But then it's like
That's like
campus.
yeah. That comes down to you though. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you got to be like self-driven at that point. It's like your teachers aren't gonna be like, "Come on, Aaron, like, let's do this."
Work, hand it in. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be a big adjustment.
Definitely, but it's a good adjustment. Like
Yeah,
a good
great
change.
adjustment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good opportunity like for growth and development and
Exactly.
find out a lot about
Academic.
yourself, which is good.
Oh my God, yes. I'm very interested to see where that.
That'll be good. It'll be fun. Where are you gonna go, Kelly? Do you know yet?
I only actually applied to 2 schools. I only did Rutgers and Monmouth because my mom works there. So if I went to Monmouth, I wouldn't have to pay like tuition, only like room and board.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. And then Rutgers, Tyler went there, and I really I liked it when I like would see her going there.
Right.
Then I went to a football game like during like
man.
Thanksgiving break, and I hated it.
Really?
I did not like Rutgers. Like I just it was probably like also a bad day to go. Just it was freezing, and
wow.
we were like all hungry, and like we were all like we were just like in a bad mood, and then
Cold and hungry is a bad combo.
and we
Not
couldn't
good
find
at all.
anywhere like to eat. Like every place was just so long.
Yeah.
And I'm like I get so scared so easily, and I feel like Rutgers like sometimes can be sketchy,
Yeah.
and so I just don't think it was also like way too big. Like
Yeah, you have
and
to
then-
like take buses to like the different
Yeah.
campuses. That part's definitely tough.
at that point when I first heard like you have the bus everywhere, like I didn't care. I was like, oh, like that's fine, like all bus places. And then once I realized like actually how big it was, that like because when we went from the stadium to like the college Ave, I was like, because we had a car, and
Yeah.
I was like, this would be so annoying if I had to like, take a
Right.
bus.
You wish, and like some of
Yeah.
those schools, like Penn State, you go from
Yep.
the stadium like to the main,
Yeah.
like where
Yeah,
all the
it's-
restaurants are and all the places are.
It was so big, and I don't think I ever like realized.
Yeah.
And then I visited Monmouth. I was like always so against going to Monmouth just because like I think I just like it was too close,
in your
and
backyard.
like I knew it's not like the atmosphere like Rutgers would be. Like you're not getting like I guess the same college experience like everyone at a big school would get. So, but I visited it and like I toured it. Like with a real tour guide, not just like walking around, and like I liked it. I
Yeah.
thought it was pretty.
Yeah, and Monmouth's like it's in its own right. It's like
Yeah.
has a little bit of a big school feel,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's close
Yeah,
to home, and
definitely.
I think it does more than it did like in the last like 10
Exactly,
years.
yeah.
Like it's definitely on like on the rise.
Yeah. Also, like, I think Rutgers would be like 30,000 and Monmouth would be 15. So it's just like I would be paying double.
Right.
Like
That's
in the
definitely
end.
something to
Yeah.
consider because
Yeah.
I'm still paying back college loans
Yeah.
every month. It just like comes out of your bank account.
Yeah,
It's like it's a scary.
that's the one
That's
thing.
Scary
so
realization.
awful.
That's the one thing I'm like really worried about with going to like a bigger school. Much more expensive.
Yeah.
Like I'm at the point now where I'm like looking at the prices. I'm like, holy.
Right. You're like, oh wow, like I never really looked at these
That's
before.
Yeah.
why, like honestly, that's really why I thought about South Carolina because I know if I go there, my parents are going to move down there.
Yeah.
And then after my first year, I would change my residency.
Right.
I'd be in state.
Oh.
It's great.
Be less money. I think out of state, I think it's like close to 40,000, and in state, it's like barely 20.
It's
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy.
It's incredible.
So I'm like, if I
Wow.
do that, won't have to worry about like. Obviously, I'll still have to worry a little.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
like not the Penn State and Michigan State 55,000
Yeah.
a year. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's not like I didn't get a lot of money from either school yet.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I got some, but not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be like,
to really offset anything.
don't care. I'm going here.
Yeah. At the end of the day, like that matters for sure, and it's good
Yeah.
you're thinking about it.
100%.
But like, you got to go where like you know you'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
happy.
Yeah,
and
yeah. That's why.
At least
for
that feels like
sure.
home.
Exactly. Exactly. Just one more time, make a decision, be
Yeah.
done.
It's definitely a tough decision.
Yeah, it is.
So much that goes into it.
It is. I'm having a very hard time with it right now.
Yeah,
But,
it's tough.
Go to the campuses again later this month, February, and then figure it out.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Good plan of action.
If someone from Ocean went to one of your school that you ended up picking, would you room with them?
No.
Smart.
No, I would try to.
Smart.
I'd want to get in the same dorm as them
Yeah.
for sure. I want to room with. I want to make new friends. You can.
Yeah.
I mean, my personal like opinion. Like I know people who have gone to like the same school, room together. They do everything together. Like I want to meet new people.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to get new friends. So.
Yeah,
Let's
you
just
can
say-
still like be friends with that
No,
person.
exactly.
Exactly. You're in the same dorm.
Yeah.
With say like I don't know like 2 or 3 of your friends. You bring it just doubles.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's
So
what I
instead of
always
meeting-
thought.
That's what I always think.
Have
too.
like
Like
go
you'll
out.
have two, and then you both room
I
separately.
have a
You'll have
roommate.
four.
Right.
Exactly.
And it's like you might not like your roommate, but
Yeah.
I might become best friends with
Exactly.
so and so's
Exactly.
roommate. You know, like
It's just an easier way to I think do it because
Definitely.
you're still really close. You're in the same dorm.
Yeah.
that's like one of the experiences in life, getting just like a completely random roommate. That like I don't know when that ever can be like recreated.
Yeah.
You know, like someone like you get an email with just like their name and email,
Oh man.
and it's like you reach out like, hey, like what's up?
What's up,
Like
man?
I'll bring a TV, like you bring a fridge or something. Like it's an experience that like, you don't get anywhere else, you know.
Yeah.
No.
And then after that, you can be like, all right, not really friends with this person,
Then you
but
can kind of choose.
yeah. And then from that point, you can kind of go from there. But
Yeah.
Good to kind of figure it out. Some I'm actually kind of looking forward to
Yeah.
figuring it out. meet new people.
Definitely.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it's a great experience, and it's like you got to get out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Exactly. Got to do that more.
Yeah,
So,
I know it's hard to do. Even if you think about doing it in Ocean, it's like you're so comfortable here. It's such like a close knit community, and it's like it's easy to like feel protected here.
Yeah, very easy. So, what would you do?
I would never room with someone.
Never.
Dorm with them? Be in the same dorm?
Oh, I would totally be in like the same like
Area.
like the same building. But I just would never do that because if I even if someone in my friend group was going like a really close friend of mine, like I still wouldn't want to because like I feel like I would like end up like being with them like so much more, and I would like start to dislike them, and I don't want that.
Yeah, that's possible. And then you'd rely on them.
Yeah,
and that'd be like your security blanket. And like you said, it's you room somewhere, someone else rooms somewhere, and now there's four of you that can be friends.
It just makes so much more sense.
It's just so much better.
Definitely.
And you meet people through them.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you're all making new friends together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you got a big old friend group.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just I don't know. I never understood. Honestly, why people like room together from the same like school town friend group.
I feel like a lot of people do from Ocean too.
They do. It's very common, and I see it a lot, and I will never understand it.
I'm not saying it's bad.
Hopefully people watch this or listen to this podcast and listen to Kelly Bartlett. She's on a rant about this college roommate thing.
I like actually talk about it a lot. Like I never get it. It's so weird.
It's not something that really bothers me.
No, I don't.
You don't think about it all the time?
No.
No, I think about it every second. Just kidding.
Oh, man.
What are your hobbies outside of school?
What are my hobbies outside of school? That's a great question. In the summertime, I definitely love going to the beach. I like to just go to the beach by myself. I like to read. I don't think like growing up, I like was never a big reader. Or even like when I was in college, I don't think I was like very well read, like for an English teacher. So I think that was like something that I really picked up after I started being a teacher. Picked up reading more, and I think it's just like a comforting thing, just like a relaxing thing. I don't know, a lot of the stuff I do outside of school is like with sports too. Like in the summertime, I coach another basketball team where we travel a lot. So we've been to like Myrtle Beach and Boston
fun.
and Pittsburgh. Yeah, so we travel like around like the region a lot, and it's like for like college recruiting.
AAU team.
Yeah, it's an AAU team, so it's pretty cool.
That's cool. That's fun. Wish I was bigger. I would have loved to play basketball.
I know, right?
I always like now, like looking on it, like I have one of my close friends, Ethan Brower.
Yeah.
I'm like, why did I not play basketball? Like he's my height, my weight. I mean, like
it's like something
doing the work. I'm like I could have done that.
Yeah, it's like something you think about. You're like, oh, I'm not a tall basketball player.
Ever since I was younger, I'd be like, I know I'm not going to be tall. I don't
basketball's
care.
not for me.
Worth it.
Yeah, it was
now
like
looking
your
back on
mindset.
it, like I love like watching basketball. I keep up with basketball. I'm like, I wish I played.
Yeah.
But I mean, whatever. Hindsight 2020.
Right, always.
Hindsight 2020. And I play baseball. I love baseball, so I got that going.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's something like when you move forward, it's like you don't want to like pigeonhole yourself. Like, all right, you can try everything. Is what you should do. Try to do.
I wish I did
everything.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm good.
Yeah. If that's one of your only regrets, then you're doing.
Definitely wish I tried more stuff.
Yeah.
Than I did. That was just a big one for me.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Your biggest?
Probably not, but it's up there.
Got some other ones?
Couple.
Yeah.
Couple.
That's good. So, open yourself up to different things.
Exactly, yeah. I've done that more recently, but
it's tough.
Still
to get
working
started.
on it.
There
Always
you
got to
go.
work on stuff.
Always.
I think I've done every sport.
Yeah, Kelly, you've done it all.
I actually like.
Did you do field hockey?
I did.
You did. Did you track?
Mhm.
Jesus Christ. Swim?
Mhm. I'm in swim right now.
Basketball?
Yeah.
She gave up her basketball days
I
early.
did basketball freshman year. Well, 6 through freshman year.
You didn't play softball.
I didn't play softball. I've
There's
never
one.
played
I got one.
I knew we'd get one. Hockey.
I think that.
field hockey.
Yeah, but ice hockey.
Well, I've ice skated.
All right, fair enough. We'll count it. We'll count it.
I did tennis.
You played tennis too?
Mhm. I done soccer.
Oh my God.
It's actually impressive.
That
I'm
honestly
impressed.
kind of is. I've played 2.
Baseball and
Football. wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Practices sucked.
But you tried it.
I did try it, and I hurt my knee. And my dad's like, "Why don't you just quit?" I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna quit.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going.
I might as well play.
There you
Who
go.
cares?"
Maybe I just won't sign up next year.
Exactly. I said to my dad, "I'm like, not playing next year."
Yeah.
My dad was a big football guy in high school.
Yeah.
So I kind of signed up. He loved it. I'm like, I'll try it.
Yeah.
See how it is. Got there. It was like no football equipment. We just ran. I'm like,
Is this football?
I'm like, my God,
What is
what are we doing?
What did I sign up
Then
for?
we just started progressing to helmets and shoulder pads. I'm like, this sucks. We haven't even played a scrimmage yet. I'm like, this is terrible. But stuck with it. It was only like 2 months.
All right, you stuck with it.
Yeah.
Did you play it all in high school? Or is that what we were just talking about? Wait, I got confused.
It's all right, Kelly. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
She's thinking about the college roommate thing.
Yep,
Yeah, I
yep.
am.
It's
Like
irking
playing
you.
in my mind.
Oh, man.
Do you have any pets?
Do I have any pets? I don't have any pets of like my own, but like my family has always had golden retrievers. They're like the best dogs ever.
They are. I love Goldens.
They're the best.
What were their names?
The first one's name, I named my first dog when I was probably like 3. I named it Fuzzy. And then my second dog was named Sally. And then my third dog that my parents just got last year is named Sammy.
Fuzzy
I was like,
Sally.
why would you name it like the same as the last
Yeah.
dog? And then it's like they're constantly like using the other dog's name.
Oh, my God.
It's like, what are we doing here?
No,
Like,
my cousins, like not like my mom's. Okay, my cousins. They had a bunch of golden retrievers, and they had like the first dog's name was Captain, and then they got a second. He died like very old, and then they named him Captain again. Like the next
That's
dog
incredible.
My
was
grandparents did
named
that too,
Captain.
actually.
Wow.
I forgot about that. Yeah. My
What was their name?
grandparents got Duke 1, Duke 2, and Duke 3.
Yeah, no, there was a
Like-
Captain
like
3.
Literally.
that's awesome.
Yeah, they were.
I was like, why? Getting the same breed dog.
Yeah. They're acting
Three
like it
times
never
a week.
died.
Right,
like
right,
they're
it's
just
just the
like
same one.
it's just the same dog.
But they don't judge.
I guess I never really knew this. Like, I think my dad brought that up. He's like, we should just name this dog Sally again. And we're like, no, like, you can't do that. What are you doing?
I never understood it. Me and my dad would always like talk about it. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
You got a new dog. Like, please, I don't want to hear your name. It'll make me upset or like whatever.
That might be like a coping thing too, because it's
Yeah.
those are like
It might be.
the top 5 worst days of my life were when my dogs passed away.
Oh,
Yeah,
awful.
that's
It's like
so
such
awful.
a terrible,
Absolute
because they really do
terrible.
become like part of your family.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you
they
see them
do.
every day.
Oh my god, what a terrible feeling.
It was terrible.
And then they ended up getting 2 new dogs, but they're not named Captain.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
2 new dogs, both
Yeah.
captain.
No, but they got like the next dog like the day after. Like it wasn't like a big time frame. Like it was like he died, like grieved. The next day it had a new dog.
Oh my god.
That's tough.
Most recent dog that passed, I think I waited like 6 or 7 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I couldn't even imagine a month. It's kind of just.
Oh man.
Yeah, they actually act like it didn't die. It's just been around
People have
for
different
like
ways for coping.
30
That's
years.
So odd. Don't judge. Don't judge.
Can't judge.
All right.
Do you have any pets?
I do. I have 3
Oh
dogs.
wait, I think I knew this.
Yes.
All Duke. Duke 1, Duke 2, Duke 3.
I got Charlie, Cooper, and a new dog, Daisy.
Daisy.
Daisy. She's a little rat. Honestly, I love her,
I
but
think she sounds different. Yeah, Charlie
she's
and
a
Cooper,
rat.
I feel like
Charlie's like
separate
a
themselves.
50-pound like mutt, rough, really rough dog. Honestly, we moved, but before we moved, he used to like climb up our trees, like literally climb up our trees, like eat squirrels and a bunch of animals. Come in the house, spitting out like bees.
Oh my god.
Cooper's a little Yorkie doodle. He thinks he's like a Great Dane.
That's awesome.
It's the funniest thing. And then Daisy's a Chihuahua and Jack Russell mix.
Wow.
Odd, really odd.
That's a great combo
It
right
took
there.
me a while to get used to having a dog like that because it's like, I guess you could say it's not a traditional dog.
No, definitely not.
Like, I got 2 dogs who look the part, I guess. Normal.
Yeah.
Like 50 pounds, 15 pounds, and then 8. She's 8 pounds.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's fun. She also thinks she's bigger than she
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
But at least she's not like a normal Chihuahua. She's got the kind of Jack Russell personality.
That's awesome. Just with the Chihuahua look.
Yeah. She's so weird. She looks like a Chihuahua. She's got like white hair almost on her face and her chest. I'm like, that's not a Chihuahua.
That's awesome.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it.
That's it?
Any questions for us?
Wow. Do I have any questions for you? I asked you what I should prepare for. I would have came with some good questions.
Well, it's just like anything on the top of your mind.
No. I definitely wanted to ask what you guys were thinking for next year, so I'm glad we got to cover that.
Yeah.
But thanks for having me. I was
No
excited
problem.
to participate. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. Goodbye.
Aaron, I just realized we didn't clap.